Hi all, Hipper here. So as a opposite to yesterday's video, I'm just putting in an Albemarle Agile video today. And I have the turret traverse on this build, and then I have steering gears for the second upgrade and steering gears again, obviously, because this is a full Agile build. And then I have the improved reload. And if we just have a quick peek here, I also have sonar and radar, obviously, and I have 3 of each. So 11.5 second reload, 16 kilometer range, and 17% fire chance, and a 2.4 rudder and 37 knots. So quite different artillery numbers than I had in the previous video with Fraser. So Tenant here, his base trait is more useful than Fraser's, like 10% less citadel damage. Then I have Azure Lane Baltimore and Takao for improved rudder and ingenious and full speed ahead, and Velocious and steer clear and fully packed. So a bog standard Agile build here, and we actually score more than 200,000 damage with it in this build, in this battle here, sorry. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So this is obviously two brothers here, and this is a very good damage farming map, because you don't really have too much to worry about. The destroyers tend to stay close enough so you can support them with your radar from like about a third into the map. You don't have to like run wild into the enemies. And I'm just gonna sit on this cap here, pretty much this flank here, the whole game, and see if I can't like dissuade the red guys, from trying to push down on this side here. So on this flank, I'll be facing a Kansas and a Yamato, and that's not really something you want to face when you're in an Albemarle, but don't really have a choice here. I mean, and on this map here, it's hard to retreat because you'll pretty much just open up the flank for the red guys to just, well, overtake easily. So you have to stand your ground, and with an Agile build, that happens at around between 12 to 14 kilometers, at least against battleships of this caliber here. Too close to a Kansas or a Yamato and you will get punished. And don't know what happened to the Yamato shot there. I must have gone unspotted right before he shot his salvo, and then he just shot it anyway without the auto aim help. So that's usually what happens. Then the shells fell short. So that means that I have a very nice smoke screen now to help me out a little bit here. Of course, that's not going to last forever. So I'm just going to head a little bit out on the flank here to position a little bit better here next to the island here. And it'll open up these battleships broadside as well, because I don't want to sit here and shoot HE at their bow armor the whole time. So right now this flank is not looking good. You can see my two battleships are retreating, and the gearing I have with me, he is, well, I think he's preoccupied hunting that other DD there. So I'm just gonna stay in this position here and see if I can attract some fire and be annoying, basically. There's no way I can push against these two battleships here, so I'll have to whittle them down. I really don't have a choice. So the DD there was in the process of smoking up, and he's outside my radar range, but I still go a little bit further to see if I can't get up that way and radar him. But then the Yamato changes his course, and I'll be a sitting duck if I continue. So unfortunately, I'll have to retreat now. I could probably have fired my radar now and unmasked the enemy destroyer, but honestly, I am too preoccupied with this Yamato here. Because he's only 11 kilometers from me, and I'm a little bit worried that he is going to absolutely punish me. So yeah, I can't get really out on the flank where my DD is. It's simply too dangerous. I'll have to head in again. Unfortunately, I would like to, but it's just not possible. I don't have any battleship backup. So as soon as I'm spotted, I'm going to be the target, which is exactly what's happening here. And this is where the Agile build comes in. Of course, the Kansas goes for the DD. And I'll try to get a few fires on him to be annoying. And now we are in a little bit of a pickle here because the Kansas has me sighted. So like I said before, I would love to push up on the flank, but without battleship backup, there's really nothing I can do against all these big boys here. Possibly in a different ship, I would have taken more of a chance here, but with this Yamato out on the flank and the cruiser and the Kansas, they really only need one good hit and then I'm out of the game. So I would like to push up and kill that red DD that lurks somewhere around there, but it's simply impossible. I can't do it. So from now on, that gearing just starts following me around, and that doesn't exactly make things easier. It would be better if he at least went a little bit forward and shot some torps at these guys here. But he does shoot torps, but he's not really as far ahead as I would like him to be. And that means in turn that I'll get pushed back even more. As you can see, the Kansas has a salvo incoming for me, so we just got to take that into account. If not, we would have died right there. And you wouldn't be able to outturn a salvo like that unless you have less than 3-second rudder. And as you can see here, I'm doing this in open water pretty much the whole time. This is a fair fight. I'm not hiding behind an island lobbing HE at these guys here, burning them to death. They have every chance in the world to death strike me. Of course, it's not easy because I am very quick at turning, but it's not like they don't have a chance. So the Conqueror finally takes out that Baltimore there, but the Conqueror dies, unfortunately. And that leaves me alone on this flank here with the, well, I do have the gearing with me, but he's not really, I don't know what he's doing. As you can see on the map, he's right behind me. And asking for support. Yeah, that's very nice, but like if you want support, you'll have to do something about those battleships there, because there's no way I can push in. So lucky for us, there's actually a blue battleship in their base now, so they get distracted. Otherwise, this situation here was looking really, really bleak. Because although I'm doing my best, I just can't burn 2 big fat battleships to the ground by myself on this flank here without some torpedo action from that gearing there. And he's not providing much of that. So now they're turning around, which leaves me free to push up a little bit like I wanted to the whole time. I was just simply overwhelmed by enemy firepower. So I'm hoping I might be able to spot that enemy DD up here somewhere while these 2 guys are preoccupied with defending the base. And at the same time, I'll just keep pounding these guys with HE. And like I said, I'm not hiding or anything. I'm in open water, and if they aim well, they should be able to kill me. If they're lucky, that is. But they don't. And like I said, now they are distracted, so I can get in a good amount of damage now. So that doesn't mean that they're not paying attention though, because that Kansas still has me targeted. I can tell that from Ingenious, and there his salvo is, and I don't really get this one down completely, so I do take some damage there. It's not too bad, and I do have a very nice repair, so I'm using that now. I could have waited, but you can get death struck anytime in Albemarle, and you can lose like 95% of your health. So if you don't have as much health as you pretty much can have, then you could take a nasty hit and die. And if you had used your heal, you would have a few thousand hit points left that would allow you to survive and heal up again later. So it's not as it's not a matter of just waiting until you have a very big green area down in your health bar and then you can heal that back. There's a little bit more to it than that. So because they are distracted, we've got them on, well, not the run now, because I don't think they're really scared of me, but at least they are preoccupied, so we can push up. So I can tell this Kansas here is particularly annoyed with me, and also again he targets me, so I know that a salvo is well, to be expected at any point. And you can see his guns also trained on me. So I'm just angling and then I'm waiting for him to fire. And I continue a little bit, and then I turn. And I don't think you can take less damage than that there, other than missing the whole salvo. But I think I only took one hit. That's pretty good. So that's the Kansas down, and we're going to chase down the Yamato then. And we are ahead now. There's only 4 red ships left, and we have 6. So it's going pretty well. It was a bit of a nasty time back when both the Yamato and the Kansas were pushing, and I was, well, pretty much in full retreat. Because the gearing didn't really do anything. Just like now, I don't know what he's doing. So anyway, I realized this is not the most riveting of battles, and like honestly, high damage battles, they are rarely interesting to watch. I fully realized that this is just like shooting HE at the enemy for 15 minutes. And sometimes, unfortunately, that's how you end up. So the set 23 here manages to torp my DD when he finally moves up in front. And I only get 1 shell landing on him, so not a lot, unfortunately. And now this Massachusetts here is moving in. At least now I have battleship support. You can see a battleship just to my my left on the rear. So that's why I keep going. I'm hoping that the destroyer is hiding in the smoke, and I might be able to give him a nasty surprise. But the Massachusetts is moving in, and again I'll have to retreat because he's in a perfect position to get at my broadside if I continue, and he's already getting a sneaky salvo in there, but he doesn't hit exactly, but still very, very nasty there. So we'll have to repair that because of the reason I said before. He could get in another nice salvo here, and then I'm dead. So I need to have enough hit points to withstand another nasty hit by that battleship there. So radar on, and we do see the destroyer, but again I'm not in a position to really do anything about it. And the battleship is just continuing full broadside on, and of course he gets punished. So again I'm on my own on this flank here, and I cannot push on the destroyer again because the Massachusetts has got me well lined up. So right now I am turning for my life, and I just gotta keep an eye on the islands there because we don't want to get stuck in this situation here. That is a certain death then. And again, this guy is a lot better at aiming than the Yamato was, but still he underestimates my speed and my rudder. So my only chance now is to stay alive and wait for the 2 battleships that are moving up the middle channel to catch this guy here and get at his rear. And I was just hoping that a torpedo there would hit, but it runs out like a few meters from his hull. Just typical, isn't it? And again, a deadly salvo we have to anticipate here, and unfortunately 2 of the shells just fall in such a way there's no way to avoid them. So now he gets preoccupied again because the 3 other ships are heading up the middle. So that means I can turn around. So what have we really achieved on this flank here? Nothing really, except for not letting the enemies not allowing the enemies to overrun the flank, but other than that, just avoiding shells, basically wasting their time, and waiting for this exact moment here where the other more stronger flank is able to push up and catch this guy here in a crossfire. And as soon as this Massachusetts here is gone, I can move up and start looking for the destroyers. And I'm already moving up as we speak, but I'm still trying to keep a little bit in cover here because I know sooner or later the blue guys are going to push this guy my way, and I don't want to be caught broadside to this Massachusetts here if I can help it. So that's why I'm trying to keep him behind this little outcropping here, at least for the time being. Now this is always a dangerous moment in a cruiser because this battleship here, now he's on fire and he's outnumbered, and he knows that it's just a matter of time before he dies. So this is usually the time that the battleship player starts looking for an easy target for his last salvo, and usually that would be an Albemarle with 11,000 hit points left. So that's why I am not taking any chances here. And he is targeting me just for a second there, but he does change his mind. And Margie actually manages to take out a destroyer there, which is quite good. And of course I cannot torp the guy when he's in the position he is, so I'm pretty much just waiting to burn him down, and that happens there. And it just puts us at 200,000 damage, nearly 201. And I think that's the most I've had in Albemarle so far. But yeah, I don't blame you for falling asleep in this battle here, because I think personally it is super boring. Although I get to show off the Agile cruiser skills, that Yamato also wasn't the best shot in the world. So we'll just pop the radar here in the last seconds to see if we can't unmask the last DD, but he is far gone. So that was Albemarle here, Agile build with Azure Lane Baltimore and Takao, and more than 200,000 damage. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.